Well, here it is. Now, I just have to give you a quick update. We are down to the last couple hundred in both colors you're about to see, and this is Verona. It's, of course, Nikki's famous maxi dress design. Now, the price originally was going to be $79.90, but because we did our last look at our today's special, of course, the Easy Spirit shoe, we have it this day only. Why do you care? Well, that price is only good for the next hour and a half, and probably it's not going to last that long. So here's your chance to get in on an extra special savings. We kept the 3 flex. You can get one of Nikki's designs for $21.63. Now, with a 30-day ironclad guarantee, I can't imagine why you would not try one of her pieces tonight. And on top of that, this is a brand new item that we saved specifically for you this evening. All right, 2 choices. I'm wearing what's called the black abstract, and then of course on our beautiful model, you're seeing what's called the blue-green multi. Okay, so let's talk Maxi, because I know you're very passionate about that.
Yes, well, you know I am. Maxis are my world. So this is actually, this Verona dress is a take on my famous Suki dress. So for anybody at home who's got my Suki dress, this is a very similar style to that. But what I've done is I've changed the sleeve. The Suki dress had the wider sleeve, which is really fantastic for high summer. This is a great transitional piece. It has a narrower sleeve, which we can see on the model, which means then you can layer the duster over it. You can slip a little wrap cardigan over it. That narrower sleeve's just a little bit more versatile with layering. It also hides that sinful PTA arm that we all like to hide, which is, you know, but it's a very slimming style, and we call this a bracelet length sleeve. As you can see on the girls, it just comes to just below the elbow. Awesome. It's also this dress. Now, I don't know if you remember from my Suki dress, it kind of gives you a twofer. You can tie this dress in a number of ways. You can tie it, and I don't know if the models... I'm going to go over to the models and show you how you can tie the dress. So one way you can, I'm just going to pop over here. Hello there, how are you? Hi, I'm just going to pop over to your model here to show you the best way that we can do this dress. We can tie in 2 different ways. So we can tie it so that it wraps. Can I untie you, please? Yes. Fantastic, thank you. I love this when I get to actually ask my models, can I tie them? So what we've got here is the dress is very full here. It has the elastic under the bust here at that princess line, which is really nice because it accentuates the bust line and brings you in at your most narrow, which is around the rib cage. Now you can tie this one way, almost at the back there, and then tie it at the front, so it becomes almost like a faux wrap maxi, and that's very nice because it gives you that super slim, flat on the front. I'm just going to turn you so you can see it's flat there at the front, reduces all the bulk and really slims out that tummy area. Now, if you're a little curvier like me, through the tummy, you've got a little bit of a pooch, you want to hide that, you can tie that the other way, bring it to the front. Here what you're doing now is you're bringing the gather to the front, giving you a little bit more room. Now, remember, I like to have a big steak dinner. I like a glass of wine. I like a couple of glasses of wine, actually. But I want to be able to relax at night. I don't want to, and when I go out and in the daytime, I don't want to have to be sucking anything in. So what I'll do is I'll wear mine so it's a little more flowy at the front there, and it's more relaxed through the tummy, and it's more flattering if you've got a little bit of a pooch and you want to just kind of relax. So that's the way that we can do this. And this is a bit of a twofer dress here. But this is a beautiful style. This print that we're looking at now on camera is obviously my ode to the Deco retro print. It's those beautiful summer colours. You know, for me, as an ex-marine biologist, I am always moved by the ocean, the beach, the water. And so this print for me is really that whole feeling of summertime, freshness, ocean, holidays. I mean, it really... comes alive for the summertime. And if you have blue eyes or green eyes, this is the dress for you. It's really going to pick up those colours in your eyes and look super pretty. The other print dress that we've got, which is the abstract, the black abstract that Suzanne's wearing, is, and I'm just going to pop over here and say hi to my other model. How are you, darling? You look fabulous. So this print was actually, this abstract print is a deco print. As you can see, it's very art deco, it's very retro, and it was inspired by, I live in Miami, and so it's inspired by South Beach. So that's the art deco feel. Gloria Swanson, Coco, we all know who Coco is, of the sort of 1920s Hollywood icon. So that's what this print was inspired by. And again, look how beautiful that looks. It's very flattering through the neckline. We've got that faux wrap on the neckline there, drawing the attention down through the décolletage straight to the girls.
And you know what's nice about it? It doesn't matter what size your girls are. like really because of the stretchability of the material. I'll show you. I mean, you have a lot of girls, you can have little girls, and you'll love it because it's really going to accommodate whatever you need. And that's another awesome feature about this. Also notice, I want you to see this is elasticized on the top, and this elastic is just perfect. It doesn't dig. It's not like, you know, you're not having to shift it around. My dress has stayed exactly like this. I was sitting down earlier when we did the Steve Madden shoes. Now I'm standing up. I've got mine belted over here. I love the fact it's got this really wide, cool belt. You can have some fun with that. But I just think, I mean, talk about being able to walk out and go anywhere and look like $1,000,000 and feel like $1,000,000 all at the same time. And you walk out, and again, you have this sense of confidence, you know? You don't have a lot of stuff. There's nothing gaping. You're not pulling. You're not tugging. You're not sit down and go, oh, I better do this because I don't see this. It's a fabrication that moves with us and with our lifestyles. And that's what I think you're going to fall in love with the minute you slip this on. It is that confidence builder. And I don't get out here and talk about clothing very often and name it a confidence builder. But this is it. You know, if you shy away from wearing maxi dresses, or you say, you know what, all of them have no sleeves on them, all they have is these little things at the top, I hate my arms, I don't want them showing, this is your perfect maxi dress. And the prints really, especially that blue one you talked about in your inspiration behind it, you know, some of the real keys that we're featuring during our fashion event, one of them is this sort of kind of sporty look that we saw earlier in the jumpsuit. Another one's called Vintage Spirit, and that really does give you that kind of dusty kind of feeling of this vintage spirit when you see the beautiful greens and this wonderful shades of blue, and a turquoise is in there, and this like soft limey color with an ivory, kind of a really soft little ivory background. Just fun. It can be flirty. It can be important if you want it to be. Make this your look. Take this and just take it into your wardrobe and have fun with it. You know, I dare you to try places and wear it places you wouldn't normally do. Like, you know, you get invited to a party, everybody's in their little outfit and they're all so boring, and you walk in and go, oh, hello, and everybody's like, wow.
Yeah, everybody, this is the thing. When I wear my, I live in my clothes. I am my #1 customer. So I am the tried and true. I am the proudest owner and wearer of the Nikki Poulos line. But I know when I walk into a restaurant or a party, all eyes turn to me, and people are like, where did you get that dress? Where did you get that dress? Where did you get? And that is the thing. They're real conversation starters. I think, you know, it's interesting these days. Everybody's at home on their computers, on the Facebooking and Twittering, and people are not really interacting one-on-one to each other. And what I find happens with these dresses, and it's something that makes me really happy, is that whenever I wear something or customers say to me, people, strangers, stop them in the street and start chatting to them about their dress. You look so pretty. That dress is so nice. And I think that's a really nice thing to regain in today's society. I feel like it's that personal touch, that personal feeling that we actually get to communicate together, and we have a nice dialogue. Right. So I think that's warm and welcoming. It makes you feel good. Not only are you looking amazing, but it also makes you feel good. And when you talk about that confidence boosting, I think that's what we really are looking for. I think all of us desire that. We want to feel loved. We want to feel admired. We want to feel that we have a camaraderie and a kinship with people. And so I think that confidence building and boosting with the dresses and making people chat to you is it's really the best thing that can happen.
And here's one other little tip too, is with all the print, it hides a lot of the bumps and wiggles and jiggles. I noticed that when I was sitting down when I was in the other set. I was like, oh, look.